So this isn't really a this isn't the type of stream that I'm like coming back with on some shit. I just needed to do this to what's her name? I needed to do this. What up, y'all? Because I wanted to go over this debate uh before I came back. I also need content ideas. I'm not gonna lie. YouTube's algorithm is dry as hell when it comes down to Dragon Ball content, and now everyone's trying to pivot to other shit. So I need something. But when it comes down to it, there's a lot of stuff to talk about on TikTok. So you might end up seeing me like post a lot of my TikTok content on here too, just to like kind of get shit get shit shaking. But with that said, popular discourse going on right now. Didn't bro say we gave him 927? If I said that, I lied to you. If I said that, I fucking lied. Because either that or I can't find them. Because shit. Um, I'm not doing that relevancy league shit. Like, if I am, I'm breaking it up into separate videos and I'm talking about the characters individually. Because like regardless of who did the relevancy league videos, these motherfuckers just skipped over the people they were scaling. Like, anyway, long story short, popular discourse right now is that Jordan on TikTok conceded to SimplyTroy and 6 on Universal Naruto. I'm doing this stream specifically so that way I can have a full accounting of my reaction and not have it take up so much fucking space on my computer. And then that way I'll take the video, chop it up into different parts, and post them on TikTok and shit. If Jordan truly didn't need to concede, but if he did, then it is what it is. But with that said, let's get into this shit, man. I don't want to waste too much time. Like I said, this is long. It's a long one.
You can't just say, "Oh, this character
But
scales
if
to
I
this
happen to
jutsu
hear
because
anything
you
about
made
like
it."
if I happen to hear some
That's
concession from Troy,
just a no-go. Of course.
Universal Naruto is still a topic. Well, I
Yes,
think
and then you
with
can't-
Troy and,
Well, that's my
and
point of the
6,
video. That's actually my point.
Well, no, but that's why I get in. That's why I get
I
into
think
my
with
issue
them, they're
because
just
it's
trying to
like,
to
okay, you're
establish some
saying
sort
you
of
can't just
dominance on like
assert
the low tier,
anything,
now
apparently.
Troy
which is
just
true.
arguing.
Yeah,
So
you
they say.
can't just universally assert
It's
something
kind of
without
weird.
evidence.
But
But what you also can't do
with
is
them,
say, well, they are glass cannons,
I feel
and
like
they definitely don't.
Jordan was strawmanned
But
like
No, go for it.
5
I'm
minutes
not
into this
arguing at all.
conversation.
But
But let's just get into it.
you said they were glass cannons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you said they were glass cannons, and you didn't say well, there's no way to prove this. You said they are this, right?
Yeah. I said this chapter shows us the glass cannons, and then the points in my video, which I am assuming were probably clipped out, is why you're qualifying this, is that they don't scale to every jutsu. You have to prove which jutsu they scale to, and that they are sharing a max 100% pool of offense and defense.
Yeah, he conceded.
And by glass cannons, you don't mean like the actual. Oh,
But my thing is, did he concede because he genuinely felt like his position was defeated, or did he concede because like he had no other way to argue and he didn't know like what was being discussed? Because at that point, like the fact that he didn't catch like his argument being strawman 2 times in a row in the first 5 minutes lets me know exactly what I'm in for. But yeah, no, I'm gonna let it play.
Whenever they thought attack, they destroy themselves. You mean what exactly? Because I was in that part of the live, but I left.
That's a straw man off the jump. That's not what Jordan's arguing. Jordan is not arguing that anytime a Naruto character like throws out an attack, they destroy themselves. That's not his argument. His point directly. Actually, I'll let him just explain it. But that just note that for now, he's already straw manning.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm saying they can output far higher damage than they can take.
So hear what he just said.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm saying they can output far higher damage than they can take.
They can output far higher damage than they can take. Hear that word. Can implies ability and possibility. It implies the potential to do something, right? So again, his argument is not that anytime they throw out an attack, they destroy themselves. He's saying that there's a possibility of them throwing out an attack that is stronger or overriding their durability. It's overwhelming their durability, right? He's saying it's a very strong possibility. So hear that, and then hear what Troy proceeds to say right after.
Okay, and your evidence for that, just correct me if I'm wrong, was something that you said we don't know. Because during the whole time when you and Cap was arguing, I don't know if I missed it, but y'all were mostly saying you don't know if she was at her max defense, or you were asking him to prove she was at her max defense. Did you know she wasn't?
No, so that part is he was jumping in on a part where I brought in Kaguya in context of the off-guard statements, which was part of a previous video that I'm now realizing he had not watched those videos previously. He never made it to the part of the video that explained the glass cannon statement.
Okay, so you had another part. You had another part where you fully explained that whole portion, right?
Yes. Yep. In the full video.
Okay. This doesn't have to be for Cap, but I'm just asking if you can you can summarize if you want. What exactly did you say? What exactly did you say? Because to say that they are glass cannons and this is true, it can't be you just can't demonstrate it because then that's just argument of ignorance.
Strawman number fucking 2.
All right. What was
his point was never that because you can't prove this that it all of a sudden makes his claim correct. No. His point is, again, there are examples of Naruto characters performing jutsu that has attack potency that is stronger than their durability. That's all he's saying. So at that point, that leads him to the conclusion that Naruto characters are glass cannons in the sense that they don't scale to every jutsu they use, and they can use jutsu that do harm them. Where is the disconnect, and where is he saying that his claim is proven correct because of there being an absence of evidence to the contrary? At this point, like we're not tracking, and that's an issue, and we're only fucking 2 minutes in.
What's exactly the evidence? Huh?
Yeah.
I would say so. What exactly?
This isn't really new information. I think it's.
Let me just finish this real quick.
They keep talking.
Okay, go ahead. Did you hear what all I said, or did I lag?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
No, I think the lag was we were talking over each other. If I heard. The point about the glass cannons, and I recognize what is happening is people got rage baited by the word glass cannon, right? But I explain in the video throughout that what I am saying is that you cannot universally say that they just apply to every jutsu just because they made that jutsu, right? And two, that we have now confirmation that their chakra control, like the relative scale of the chakra control, is 100% pull. So it's attack and defense, right? Now, if you're taking a look at that as chakra control with 100% there, if you can punch with 100% chakra amp, and that can still be weaker than 100% chakra usage on any jutsu. It can be a planetary Rasengan. It can be Indra's arrow. It can be, a goddamn Susanoo's arm, right? If we can all be honest and admit that 100% punch from Sasuke is not the same strength as 100% Susanoo punch, then we also have to apply that on the other end for defense. So they do not scale. You have to the big point is that you have to prove that they scale to specific jutsu. You can't just say, "Oh, this character scales to this jutsu because he made it."
Yeah. That's just a no-go. Of course.
Yes, and then
you can't.
So what are we arguing? Like, what are we here arguing for? What's the point of the argument? I don't. All right, man.
But that's my point of the video. That's actually my point.
Well, no, but that's why I get in. That's why I get into my issue, because it's like, okay, you're saying you can't just assert these things, which is true. Yeah, you can't just universally assert something without evidence. But what you also can't do is say, well, they are glass cannons and they definitely don't scale to this, and instead of having proof for it, say because you can't prove they do. That is equally as bad, which is why I keep asking you to clarify. What was the evidence? What was the evidence that was she not only didn't have her max up, she wasn't using her complete chakra, and they can't scale to their attacks.
That is
I'm just asking for those.
That's another straw man. They can't scale to their attacks. It's not again, he's talking about an all-encompassing inability. That's not what he's stating. Again, Jordan has put it into the realm of possibility maybe 5 fucking times. And the fact that he has not noticed this, right? Or at least given enough of a fuck to say oh yeah, no, you're strawmanning me. I'm not talking about an overall inability. I'm talking about a possibility. If he had, bro, like at this point, bro, you kind of deserve to concede at this point, bro, because you're wasting everyone's time. Like, you should know this shit.
Yeah, but I explain what I was initially saying about the jutsu thing, because I think a lot of people think I'm saying you don't scale to any jutsu, which is not what I'm saying.
No. That's well. If people get that, that's ridiculous. I think people are confused because
that was the
you're saying
video.
Well, from what you just said, is they don't since they're glass cannons, you did use glass cannon to mean that their offense is higher than their defense, right?
Another fucking straw man, dog. Oh my god.
Their offensive capability is higher than their defensive.
Okay, that's good. That's good. He's saying the same thing, just in another clarifying word. That's good. Because again, capability still refers to like the current ability and then the potential, right? So once again, Jordan still isn't contradicting himself if he still like makes the clarity, or like he isn't hedging or contradicting himself if he makes the clarification like, oh yeah, my point is about possibility, that these Naruto characters can possibly use jutsu that supersede that of their durability, right? Like that's still not he can walk this back.
Capability, yeah.
And it doesn't, he doesn't even need to walk anything back. He's still correct.
Yeah. What everyone's confused about is what's the evidence for that?
In my video, and maybe it was in the one where I qualified it more, but it's been the same points for every video. I give multiple examples of jutsus that could get through a person's defense and hurt themselves. By just those examples existing, that means that you can't just universally apply every single jutsu.
You're making a different. That's a different point.
What? Nigga, what? Am I high? No, that's been his point the entire time. Because there are examples of characters using jutsu that supersede that of their durability. Naruto characters are glass cannons in the sense that every jutsu, like they don't scale to every jutsu because they just have the jutsu or use the jutsu. That was the argument directly. You have to prove it case by case because there are examples of jutsu that these characters don't inherently scale to. Or there's examples of these characters using jutsu that supersede that of their durability. I'm struggling to see where this is a different claim at now, but okay.
That's a different claim because you're going from
jutsu because they made it.
No, I'm not even about to say you're saying they don't scale to any jutsu. There's a difference between Naruto characters are glass cannons because their AP is higher than their durability.
Straw man.
There's a difference between saying that and saying that there are some instances where AP is above durability because that doesn't prove Naruto characters just that doesn't even prove on average they have higher AP than durability.
Okay. Again, strawman like a number what, 4, 5? Like, holy shit. All right, bro. Keep it going.
None of that leads to that conclusion, which is why I think everyone is confused. Where is the proof that AP is over durability?
No.
Because I can give examples of durability over AP.
Yeah, obviously.
Then you just conceded.
That's obvious.
Then that's a concession. Bro, holy shit. Jordan, he just conceded. He just conceded in like the first 5 minutes. He just conceded to the debate in like the first 6 minutes. Because if you can agree that there are some instances where AP is over durability, then you can agree to the argument that they're glass cannons because, again, there are some times where they can use jutsu that scale above their durability and harm them, meaning you need to prove it case by case. Is this not a formal concession in 6 minutes? Bro.
Is that people like to scale Naruto characters' durability to the highest AP jutsu that they can say that this character did. And I
understand people like. I understand. We're not.
Jutsu.
I'm not defending Naruto fans because they're stupid. I'm not gonna defend them. But I'm just asking you specifically. Even though they are not correct in what they're saying that, oh yeah, they universally scale, it's also not correct to just say the AP is above durability. Both of those are just points that have no proof.
Yeah, but do you understand that I'm saying the AP of the jutsu is not the same as the AP of just pure chakra enhancement?
Okay, I am talking about the point where you said they are glass cannons, meaning AP is above durability. That is the point of your video that I'm talking about. I'm trying to get you to engage with it and tell me why you're saying this, because simply by virtue of saying they are wrong, you are not correct. That's not true. That's not how it works. So that's why I'm continuously asking you, where exactly did you get that from?
I might do that
in your videos. Do you have a clip of it in your?
I might just do this, or I might end up just like doing my complete scale for the entire series, like just going arc by arc, scaling every character, like or doing a ranking to see who's the strongest. Fuck it, I'm doing both. Anyway, back to the debate.
Videos or something, because you can play it right now.
I put multiple examples of people getting hurt by their own jutsu.
Okay, that doesn't demonstrate that doesn't demonstrate Naruto characters are glass cannon. That demonstrates that yes, sometimes you can get hurt by your attacks. That does not then mean people are glass cannons or AP is above durability.
Pause. He's now conflating the claim of them being glass cannons with a straw man. Like he's now saying that these two arguments or these two statements are linked and intertwined as Jordan's argument. That's not the case. He never said that AP is totally over durability. So now I'm asking, right? How many? That's two. We're already down 2 concessions if he's already agreeing, and I say that's 2 concessions and like 5 to 6 straw mans off the cuff. This nigga sucks. He's terrible off the jump. Like, how are you not comprehending? Like, let me just slow down. We're still straw manning the fact like that again, Jordan is making this claim that Naruto characters are glass cannons in the sense that they have jutsu that they can use that scale above their durability and can harm them, right? And because of that, it's a case by case basis, and not everything that they do with chakra, right? Not every jutsu they use with chakra they scale to. To simplify it the best I can, right? To simplify it the best I can. Discord is historic. Debate me on that. Back to what I was saying. Jordan, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Jordan makes to simplify the argument that Jordan's making. Jordan is saying directly that paraphrasing. Jordan is saying that when it comes down to this, characters in Naruto can gain control of chakra they don't inherently scale to, and they can use and output chakra they don't inherently scale to either, or as well. So with that said, like it's a case by case basis, and that's the reason why he's calling them a glass cannon. So by that proposition that he's laying down, and based on what Troy is agreeing to, that is a formal concession. He's now saying that there's a difference between being a glass cannon, which is Jordan's claim, right, and having like an occasional AP over durability instance, right? However, again, Jordan has not made that distinction. As a matter of fact, he's made the inclusion of those two concepts to mean the same thing. This is a glass cannon because there's occasional AP over durability instances. That's his point outright, directly. And the fact that Jordan has not clarified himself, he did it once and then he just backed down on it. Like he clarified one time and then backed down on it and never said anything else again about it. And that annoys the fuck out of me. That annoys the hell out of me. Yep. Honestly, in preparation for Core 4, which is dropping tomorrow, by the way, which is dropping tomorrow. And no, I'm not going to see it in theaters. I'm not finna be in a fucking theater with these sweaty ass, big back ass anime fans. I ain't doing that shit. I finna hell no. Is Jordan not a debater? I don't know. I don't know if he isn't, if he is or if he isn't. But if he doesn't know, he needs to hurry up and get clarity. Hold on, chat. I'll be right back. All right, chat, we're back. But yeah, I don't know if he's a debater or not. I really don't know. So it really comes down to that whole thing of like, bro, if you can't track that, like this dude is strawmanning your argument and has been doing it for the past 30 minutes, and I'm over exaggerating it, obviously, but like if you can't track it, bro, don't debate people like this because they're gonna try to trap you in logic and premises. Like, don't do that. It serves you no purpose. But anyway, we're gonna get back to the debate. Let's get back on it.
Because sometimes you don't have to get hurt by your text. You already admitted that.
I'm saying
that doesn't follow
to their highest possible AP.
Okay, you see how you just said they don't scale to their highest possible AP? Are you saying they as in random?
Universally scale to their highest possible AP.
Okay, no one's saying universally scale. You keep saying you kept trying to change the argument. I'm talking about your claim.
He's not changing the argument. That's his claim. That's been his claim from the jump. What are we not tracking? That's been his argument from the jump. You cannot make this universal claim of these characters scaling to the jutsu they output or the highest possible AP if there's multiple examples of them being harmed by AP that doesn't even come close to that or AP that touches that level. What are we talking about? How is he strong? How is he changing the argument? That's not a hedge. You're just not tracking. What the fuck? Are we good?
And you said they're glass cannons, and you said AP is above durability.
That's not what he said.
For the love of God, show me where that is proven, shown, or stated. Because I am not a normal Naruto fan. They're stupid. All I want
Trey to do right now, right now is get him to walk back the claim.
That you can have
six, bro. This is how I know Six is a dumbass. This is exactly how I know. Because the correct thing for Six to be saying right now is, I ain't gonna lie, that's not what Jordan has been saying. But if he's not gonna, clarify what he's saying, then at this point, just have him walk back the claim and bang. Like, say that. At least take ownership or like acknowledgement of the idea that your disciple is literally strawmanning a low tier's argument for no reason at all, with the exception of to get over. Either that or they literally can't comprehend basic ass arguments.
He's got him already. I just want him to get him to walk back.
Wait. You can get hurt by a punch as strong as your own. What the fuck? That's his logic. Also, that's not necessarily true. If you punch a wall, right? If you punch a wall with everything you possibly can, right? And you break through the wall, your AP overwhelms the wall's durability. But let's say that wall stays intact and you punch the wall and you're not hurt. The wall's unaffected and your arm is not affected. You're not hurt. You hit the wall as hard as possible, but the wall is as strong as that punch, right? Okay? And you are not hurt. That's a basic Newton's third law of action and reaction. The only way that doesn't work directly is if there is a disconnect in synergy. If the wall has a higher durability than your punch, even if the durability is neglectful, negligible. There we go. Even if the difference is negligible, right? And I wouldn't even say negligible, like small. Even if the difference is a small one, right? That small difference can still change the reception that you're getting back. So again, like, this doesn't really make any sense. Like, if that punch is truly as strong as your own, you will not be hurt by it. Like, that's just not how that works. I'm sorry, that's the complete opposite. Also, I hope you know that the body also has different sectors of durability. Like, there's different, like, the body has different durability, like different parts of the body have different durability. Fuck! That took forever to get out. God damn. But different parts of the body have different durability. So if you hit yourself in the face as hard as you possibly can, then obviously you might hurt yourself because your face has more fragile bones and more fragile, muscles and things of that nature in it. Of course, right? But let's say like somebody punches you in the arm as someone as strong as you punches you in the arm. If they're truly as strong as you, they should not hurt you. It should be an equal and opposite force you're getting back. It should not hurt you just as much as they didn't hurt them. That's the point. When it comes down to like the difference between that, human strength is not like You're rarely gonna find a case of a person being exactly 1-to-1 with another person in terms of biological makeup and structure, in terms of output as well. In fiction, it's not like that. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. You can dead ass have two characters that are exactly the same in output, physical structure, physical measure, all of that. It can dead ass be the same, and they dead ass either do damage to each other, or they literally like tank each other's attacks, like, and the damage has to be built up volumely, like in accruement. Who won? Well, that's what we're determining. In my opinion, I think Jordan already made. I think Jordan made Troy concede in the first, like, I would say 10 minutes. Let's highball it. The first 10 minutes. Troy conceded like maybe twice. He conceded twice, and like again, Strawman Jordan, like I would say 5 times. Really, I can cut the stream right here and like say like, yeah, Jordan won handily, because everything after this point is completely irrelevant. Like everything after this doesn't fucking matter. Being dead ass right now. I'm being so serious. But yeah, we're gonna let me know, chat. Do y'all think this is a justifiable concession, or do you should we just move on and let it play? Me personally, I think this is a concession 2 times over. Being honest. I don't think Mystic was wrong in saying that at all. I think, again, if you let it play for sure. All right.
100% AP or 100% defense. Yes.
Yes. You can have that. Yes.
So go back.
Already.
Wait, he does clarify. Go back.
Amato says that you can have.
He's got him already.
No,
the fuck he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
100% AP or 100% defense. Yes.
Hold on. I just want him to walk back the claim.
100% AP or 100% defense. Yes.
Yes. You can have that. Yes.
And he's referring to Kawaki's offensive and defensive stats, his physical stats, and also
he's talking about his physical body stats, but people like to misinterpret that statement. That statement is not taking into account Kawaki's full capabilities, because Kawaki has karma.
Yes.
What the fuck does that change? Great. Does karma also amp his physical stats, both offensively and defensively? Because then if it does, then all the change if karma does not change the concept of melding physical and spiritual energy, right? And then having 100% of that pool being diverted into offense and defensive capabilities, then your argument makes no fucking sense, and there's no reason to even be talking about it, right? Because again, his point is that when it comes down to chakra and people who use it, right, there is an 100% pool that gets split up and diverted into separate sectors and purposes, offensive and defensive. And there are some times where you can use 100% offensive and 100% defense, or 100% defensive. And there's some times where you can go above that threshold and go above your defensive threshold as well. So, with that said, sure, Kawaki can have karma, but what does that change about the process of Kawaki having chakra? To me, all I'm grasping from that is that karma just makes his chakra more potent. It just makes it more potent, and it's more prone to higher outputs. Am I wrong on that? When it comes down to his chakra and how it manipulates it, am I wrong, chat? I have not read Boruto in full. I'm not speaking on what I 100% know, but based on what I've read and what I've seen, Kawaki and Boruto having karma does not change them fundamentally on how they manipulate and make chakra. Am I wrong on that? So far, they still make chakra the same way. It's still a melding of physical and mental energies, correct? So there is a change. So karma does change how they make it, right? Yeah or nay? It does change it or it doesn't? It turns them into Otsutsuki, but okay, so it changes their DNA. It changes like their genetic makeup, right? Okay. But it doesn't affect the way that they mold chakra. Okay, so again, if that's the point here, and again, what Jordan is doing is trying to like form a connectivity change, right? Between him and Amato, or between Amato and like what he's saying about Kawaki and all other shinobi. If he's making that connective chain, then talking about what karma does or what karma is, and karma not being present in that statement affects nothing about the process of chakra, and it doesn't affect anything about Kawaki's molding of chakra or Amato's assessment of it. So how do we? I don't want to watch.
It's talking about just his enhancement with what would.
Yeah, it's talking about like his scientific ninja tool, his scientific ninja tool body.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what it's talking about,
right? So if we take at 100% AP, it would be like 100% fully chakra amped punch for a ninja. Yeah.
Yeah. If you put all of your chakra in a one punch, yeah, it would be a fully amped punch.
Yes. Thank you. If you can agree that a fully amped 100% punch and 100% chakra into your highest level jutsu, or even like I gave the example of a giant Rasengan, I gave the example of a Chidori, we could literally give millions of jutsu here. And I think you agree with me on that, right? If we agree that the 100% AP punch is going to be weaker than the 100% AP Rasengan, or the 100% AP giant Rasengan, or the 100% AP Indra's arrow, or any of those things, right?
You said it wouldn't be or would be?
It would be weaker than those jutsu if you put 100% chakra into them versus 100% chakra in your fist.
Yeah. Jutsu makeup has extra multipliers. Yes.
Exactly.
Formal fucking concession number 3. That's formal concession number 3. So bro just conceded again. So he disagreed that jutsu can produce AP that is above that of what the body can physically produce when they're at by the same level of chakra. This motherfucker is dog shit. This man is terrible. You might be one of the no. I cannot believe I ever had issue with you motherfuckers back in the day. I can't believe it. Me from like 2022, 23, I wouldn't have called half of this shit. I ain't gonna lie. And this is basic.
Exactly.
Like,
dude, exactly. So
okay. Now how does that lead to people being glass cannons?
Oh, it's almost like he hasn't said this shit like 5 times already. Oh, here we go.
Look at the chakra control at the AP level, and you realize that the scale is 100% of a pool. Then on the defense, it's 100% chakra amp durability. If we understand that the jutsu can far exceed the attack potency of a punch, then it can far exceed the defensive potency of their full chakra amp durability.
How are they getting? This might be one of the best formulated arguments I have heard, like going against Naruto, and these niggas just have not. They're just not understanding it. Jordan, kudos, my nigga. Kudos. This is a good argument. This is pretty good. Like he's formulating it pretty fucking well. Like he's doing pretty well formulating the argument. He just needs to defend his stance better. He just needs to be more concrete on his linguistics and more concrete on his semantics. But this is an amazingly formed argument. And honestly, he's already walked this nigga. Like he's already walked Troy into a concession like 3 times already at this point. Like, holy shit, dog.
Why? You're assuming that the same way you punch, like let's say, let me give you an example. You know how you can just have a normal chakra amp punch. You know, like what Sakura does, right?
Yes.
There are those,
but yeah, like
there's like basically like her chakra control where she does like the big tsunade like punches, right? There are those which is just her fist, right? Just her fist amped by chakra and like her chakra control. But there are defensive things too. There's the lightning cloak, there's the QB cloak. Those aren't just you amping yourself. That's you using a extra, whether it's a jutsu technique or even tail beast chakra to further enhance your defense. Both could use 100%, but 100% on your body and 100% into a lightning cloak are 2 different things.
That's
yes,
formal
but I'm
concession
not
number
saying a lightning
fucking
cloak.
4.
I'm
That's
saying
formal concession number 4, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit. Run that back just so we can hear. Like, I want to have this concession again.
Extra, whether it's a jutsu technique or even tail beast chakra, to further enhance your defense. Both could use 100%, but 100% on your body and 100% into a lightning cloak are two different things.
I hope he understands that the cloak also is engulfing the user and their body in chakra, meaning that in order for them to scale to it, their body has to also be able to withstand it. And that's his point. If you're saying they scale to these chakra cloaks, to these uses of jutsu, they have to be able to physically withstand it. The Raikage can. The Raikage is outputting a level of chakra that his body can withstand. However, in the case of Naruto or other tailed beasts, using that amount of chakra harms not only their chakra network, but also their body itself. Prime example, when Naruto goes into his two tails cloak in a V1 stage, right, during the fight with Deidara. In that instance, Naruto and all of his shadow clones are shown to be in pain directly from that use and output of chakra. He then goes into a three tails cloak, and it happens again. He then goes into a four tails V2 cloak to where his body proceeds to have all of its flesh singed and torn off to where he is now running around covered in nothing but muscle and blood. Then, in order to turn into that tailed beast, he has to go through that process again and then go through an even bigger process of having his body physically mold into the beast itself. So then I have to now ask, how are you now not understanding that you've conceded multiple times here, Troy? That these characters can use chakra and gain control of chakra that they don't that they do not inherently scale to. Fuck. Again, they can gain control of chakra they do not inherently scale to. I'll say it again for the people in the back. They can scale to their jutsu, but there's also jutsu that they don't scale to. Hence why this man is considering them glass cannons, because they can use jutsu they do not scale to. They can use chakra they do not scale to. Kaguya had to physically tear her body apart in order to create and produce the eternal truth-seeking orb. But y'all think she scales to it. What are we doing here? Oh, buddy, his arm, like Burner said, his arm is like literally bleeding and torn because he overused the Chidori. The Kirin is literally an extended version of that. It's literally an extended version of that. Like, imagine if he used Kirin twice back to back, he'd probably die. He'd probably die. All right, let's get.
Yes, but I'm not saying a lightning cloak. I'm saying just chakra and
okay. But you do understand that you specifically not talking about techniques when it comes to defense, but specifically talking about techniques when it comes to offense just makes your analogy unfair.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because again, there are things that are supposedly there to defend you, right? That end up harming you. The fuck is he talking about? What? You mean to tell me if Neji doesn't overuse rotation, a move that's there to defend him, he won't die? So if Neji doesn't greatly overextend the output of his rotation, right? He won't die? Oh, okay. Okay. This nigga Kakashi uses the Sharingan, uses the Mangekyo Sharingan one time, and is literally bedridden for an entire arc, right? But these motherfuckers can use things that are there to defend them that don't inherently, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. What are we talking about, bro?
it's like you're trying to have a necessary.
No, it's not because it's about Kawaki, right?
Kawaki also has
enhancements. I'm not talking about techniques on the AP side either. I'm not talking about AP.
You compare the punch to a Rasengan.
We have got.
Don't fuck nigga. Hold on. Fuck no. But hey, dumbass, you exhibit AP and durability. When you punch somebody, you're literally exhibiting AP and durability in one simultaneous action. Is this nigga dumb? Is he dumb? Oh my God. You don't wait. You don't think you're enacting 100% durability when you enact 100% AP as well? Are we out of it? Pause. So you mean to tell me that via Newton's third law of action and reaction, if I'm at 100% capacity and I throw 100% power into this punch, right? And then I proceed to punch someone who's also the same strength as me or anywhere near that, or even a fucking wall, for instance, I'm not also exerting some form of durability to the fucking subject that I'm also punching. So the subject that I'm also making contact with isn't exerting an equal and opposite reaction if it can. We're just missing that concept of physics. Holy shit. Holy low tier. This nigga's not serious, man. Are we dead ass right now? Talking about AP innately mentions the idea of durability. What the fuck?
Yes, and we both agree that the Rasengan is stronger.
Yeah, but why didn't you just say you weren't talking about techniques? I'm confused.
Because
he's not talking about defensive cloaks in the regards. Yo, this nigga can't listen, bro. He's not talking about techniques in regards to defensive cloaks and things of that nature. What the fuck? What is he missing?
Because I'm saying that the techniques are not scalable to durability because the 100% punch would be your relative scale to 100% durability.
I got it. I got the idea. So if I could comprehend it and Jordan didn't even say it outright, how the fuck can't Troy? What? So hold on. If I can comprehend what the nigga said and he didn't even say it verbatim like that yet, why can't Troy? Yo, these niggas suck. Oh my God. Bro, I actually can't believe these niggas built up a following. I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. Yo.
Okay, but why did you use the Rasengan and not use the lightning cloak then?
Because the lightning cloak is shown to not rely on 100%. Wait, pause. Doesn't the lightning cloak also defend the user inherently? And I mentioned that already. So the lightning cloak is a defensive ability that's meant to enhance the durability beyond that of which you're 100%. Okay, let me slow it down because maybe everyone else is getting lost. I'm getting lost too. I'll kind of break it down, right? Jordan is saying that when you exert 100% of your attack potency, right? Even when you put 100% chakra into a punch, right? You are naturally exhibiting you should naturally be exhibiting 100% durability if you scale to it, because every action has a reaction. Every action gives off an equal and opposite reaction if it is possible, right? Or likely, or if it can, right? So again, mentioning things like the lightning cloak, which inherently enhances the defensive capabilities of the user, right, is not relevant to the argumentation about attack potency in regards to durability. All right, bro.
Because the lightning cloak is not the applicable thing.
Then why is the Rasengan?
Because I'm trying to prove that the AP of the 100% punch is same to the AP of the 100% defense.
Thank you.
The lightning cloak is additional.
Okay,
for
but then you're trying to link it. But then you're trying to
Jordan is doing better than I thought he would. What the fuck? Every refute I have, he has.
Take it back and say, because the Rasengan is always over the punch, the Rasengan would be over the durability. Did you not say that?
Yes.
Yes, if they were fully scaling their 100% durability to their body.
Okay. Where are you getting that?
Newton's third law of action and reaction, dumb fuck. I don't know. Maybe like one of the first things you pick up in physics class. I don't know. I don't know. Could be that.
Where are you getting the Rasengan? Where are you getting the Rasengan just by virtue? You said what?
A 100% AP punch is a fully chakra amped punch. Let me explain like the narrative reasoning here. When you use
okay, so wait. If we're going on narrative, do you want me to forget the other? Want me to forget the other stuff and just move on to narrative?
It's this. No. It's literally the reasoning of this entire. It's the reasoning of this entire.
Okay,
point, right?
go ahead.
When you use 100%, when you use 100% chakra into your punch.
What about defensive jutsu? Would that not counteract his whole statement? No, because again, it's specific. This nigga, y'all niggas are dumb. No, the reason why is because defensive jutsu innately rise defense. It's not through the AP and durability chain. They don't do it through Newton's third law of action and reaction. It's specifically made to defend. It's not you putting chakra into an attack and then that attack being enacted by the user. That's not what it is. It's literally chakra being enacted to enhance durability specifically. What part are we missing here? Dog, what the fuck are we doing, dog? And even then, the lightning cloak is a shit example as well because it doesn't just enhance defense. It enhances all stats via the idea of putting lightning chakra on the body. Defense just happens to be a proxy of that. Same with like AP, same with speed. Like, so even then, calling the lightning cloak a defensive ability and like innately is fucking stupid, but whatever.
And then you just use that for pure AP on a punch versus 100% chakra into a jutsu. Using a jutsu is converting that chakra into a stronger or more durable or more, and even if it's a cloak, right? Using that jutsu is converting it into a more a higher AP ability.
Well, not
maybe it has a jutsu. I'm trying to compare the AP.
I'm saying jutsus aren't always just higher AP, but I guess I get what you're saying.
But I'm saying if we can accept that there will be a higher AP in this hypothetical, then that already disproves what I'm saying.
That disproves what you're saying?
Oh my God. You know what he means, bro. Stop getting... Oh my fucking God. Like, I hate when niggas act stupid as fuck, bro. On God, I might have to change that. Hold up. We about to change the title, bro. We finna change the title. Hold up. We finna put that losing in quotations, gang. We finna put that losing in quotations, bro. Real shit. This is crazy. We putting losing in quotations, bro, because he didn't lose. I'm gonna be honest. He conceded. That's fine, but he didn't lose. I'm gonna be honest, bro. No. Because talking to these motherfuckers, I wouldn't want to speak to them either. I ain't gonna lie. So no, hell no.
It disproves that you scale to your highest level jutsu.
How?
Because the 100% AP punch is on the same scale, 50 to 50, 100% between attack and defense, to what you can fully chakra amp for your defense.
Okay, using 100%. Using 100%. Okay, yes. I'm asking you. Using 100% for your defense. You think that's the same as using
Hey, also, I just downloaded the Experience.
If he's about to ask if using 100% for your defense is the same as using 100% for your offense, if he's about to ask that question, bro, we're about to have a fucking problem, dog, bro. Oh my God.
FICO score, but it does so much more. This thing shows you your FICO score.
You've been
you
deceived.
can get your credit card recommendations, and it shows you ways to save.
Every argument is ass. I promise you that.
You think the end result, the end result of the reaction is the same as using 100% to amp your defense, right?
Duh.
Yeah, between your physical stats. So 100% AP on a punch versus 100% AP on your durability.
Yeah, why? But because if they have different base levels, the reaction wouldn't be the same.
Nigga, what? Wait. What the fuck did he just say? Spin that back.
Physical stats. So 100% AP on a punch versus 100% AP on your durability.
Yeah, why? But because if they have different base levels, the reaction wouldn't be the same.
Amato related it to chopper control. So it's
Wait. Did this nigga just say that your offense and your defense have different baseline levels? So apparently, what I'm grasping here, what he just said, is that the baseline of your offensive capability is different from your baseline of your defensive capabilities. Number one, how the fuck do you even substantiate that claim? Firstly, right? Number two, and most importantly, too, that's fundamentally against how physics works. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So I gotta get up, bro. I gotta get up. I gotta take a breather. I gotta take a breather. I can't, bro. I can't. Like, what the fuck? What is he talking about? Is he trying to say that your offensive baseline is different from your defensive baseline? Based on what? I'm trying to like understand even the realm of possibilities. So like, can you even give me an example of that? Like, can you give me an example of someone having a different offensive baseline than a defensive baseline? Because if I remember correctly, that baseline is dependent on the equal and opposite reactions exerted by the body, or like from the object, like it's exerting an action on to the body. So now I'm trying to understand and clarify, like where is this argument coming from? I really don't get it. I'm trying to. All right, bro.
Yeah, no. A model related your ability to amp yourself to chakra control, not the base values. That's not what a model did. So I'm telling you, if the base values aren't the same, you can't say then the end result is the same. You can't say that.
It would be the base value for that character, no?
Yeah, it would be the base value for that character, but then that would just end up being that the highest AP is not equal to the highest durability.
Under what point? He hold on. If that doesn't even like that's not even sequitur. If you just agree that the baseline for like the baseline in question will be the baseline for the intrinsic character, right? And it's based on what the character can exert and then respond and react to. You can't just change your position and say like, oh yeah, well, no, it's not about that. It just proves the idea of AP or like AP and durability having different baselines. You didn't even give any reasoning for that. What the fuck? Dog, am I tripping or am I tripping? This is not good, bro. This is not good argumentation. This is terrible.
My point.
What up, y'all?
No, your point is the highest AP is over the highest durability. You don't get that from that.
Your highest AP of pure physical stats when you're amping it with chakra.
Yeah, when you're amping your physical stats with chakra, you would be saying that's over the durability.
Yes. Look, if you're
okay, that's not true. That's not stated. That's not implied.
Definitely is implied. Definitely is implied.
I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. If you put 100%,
I'm surely am.
You're not. You are not. You are not, nigga. You have conceded like 4 different times, and you've strawman him like 8. I'm not gonna lie. Hell no. Hell no. You do not get what he's saying. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not at all. Not even close. Not at all. Fuck no. I'm being so serious about this too. Like I was actually walking into this thinking that Jordan got dog walked. I'm not thinking that anymore at all. This might be one of the worst showings I've ever seen SimplyTroy ever do. And he was considered a high tier. Like when people were ranking, you know, like debaters and shit like that on tier lists. Like they list him as a high tier, which is fucking crazy. But hey, you know, it's cool.
I surely am.
Versus putting 100% proper into your Rasengan.
Your background is a little windy. Your background's a little windy.
That's
a
not
little
me.
windy. Oh, well,
yeah, I'm still here. I was just letting Troy. I was just letting Troy go.
I was about to say my bad for blaming on you. Then it's somebody, but it stopped now. Go ahead.
It's not that deep. It's all good. I'm 100% AP and the 100% defense on that physical stat scale.
Okay. Yes, both have 100 chakra put into it. We agree.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Both have a. So hold on. Let's track where the disagreement goes. Okay. So both have 100. Let's say it's like it's money. It's a money bag. Both have $100 put into it. Right. The bags have equal money. Okay. The part that disagrees is, huh?
They would be equal if they were 50-50. Like if it was 100, it would be 0 on defense.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, like, if you split the 100, my bad. I forgot to say split. But if you split the 100, 50-50 in both, 50-50 in both bags, correct? Now, where the disagreement comes in is both bags aren't made of wool. One bag is made of this titanium diamond, just material that makes it just so exquisite. The other one is made of wood. Okay, so since the other one is made of wood, for this analogy, it is not at the starting or the base as heavy as the other bag.
That analogy is dog shit. Because again, that now presupposes that, again, the offensive and defensive have like two completely separate baselines in regards to like the concept containing them, the concept, or like I want to say the mechanisms, or like the subject exuding them, like that his analogy presupposes that there's an external thing that is outweighing, or like that is like kind of changing up the diversion or the division of chakra, right? That makes the balance more and more tipped, right? That kind of tips the scales of the balance. The issue with that is that doesn't make any sense at all, at all. It's not analogous to the point, because when it comes down to offensive and defensive, those things are reliant on the body of the user, the body of the person exerting offensive and defensive capabilities at that point. So when it comes down to it, right, these two things are linked. In AP, right, durability feeds off of AP. AP feeds off of durability. The two things are one and the same. Like, what are we doing here? So now when it comes down to it, right, when you're exerting a force, an attack force, and you scale to it, right, your body is supposed to be able to respond to that, right, with an equal and opposite reaction. Or it's supposed to respond respond to an equal and opposite reaction and be unaffected. That's the point. So now he's saying that there's a difference between like attack, or like a difference between offensive and defensive, as in like there's a completely different baseline between offensive and defensive, but your backing for that is quite literally like a completely separate system, or a completely separate subject, right? Feeding the separation in the scales being tipped over. Like that doesn't help you, because at that point you're not presupposing that the human body, or that the body itself quite literally tips the scales over, or has an external factor tipping the scales over more in the defense or more in the offense. Like that doesn't make any sense. What the fuck are we talking about here? What the fuck? Like that was terrible. Pretty good fusion. Coming back slowly but surely.
While they both have the same $50 in each. right? What you're doing is you're saying, okay, let's get rid of what type of material the bag is made out of, and let's just say they both have the $50.
Shopify is a platform that helps entrepreneurs get started down the path.
That only makes any sort of sense if, again, the materials themselves are external to the production of the energy in question, or like to is external to the idea of defense and offense. Like, and it's not. The body is like literally the common denominator between both those factors.
People work.
When it's the same character, it's
no. You said this is for Naruto characters plural, so you can't use that. You said plural.
For any single Naruto character, it's the same bag for every individual character. Yeah.
Okay, so now you're saying, just correct me if I'm wrong, that every single. Okay, so please tell me you're not making this claim. Every single character, you're saying this is true for every single character.
That every character has a 100% pool of chakra that they can divert from one use to the next, or is it what did he say? What did he say directly? I want to quote
for any single Naruto character, it's the same bag for every individual character. Yeah.
Okay.
So every character has the same bag. I think he can work that. I think that's not what he means, but if that's what he's saying, that he could definitely get tricked up for sure. But what he should have said was that every character has the same concept of a bag. Every character in Naruto has that same concept, that same bag concept, right? The difference now, what you're trying to do here is you're trying to say that one has like the bag example doesn't even fucking make any sense, because we're saying like two bags for one character. Like, so, oh my God, like, is it offense and defense that are the bags, or is it chakra that's the bag? Like, fuck. Okay. Let's simplify it, right? People like Karth and Spartanic Arts think that GT isn't canon and Buhan over Kid Buu. I beat the shit out of both of them on those topics. So, like, what the fuck? Karthu's ass. Karthu sucks. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but Karthu's not good. And Spartanic, I literally have an entire refutation in his video in the cut. Like, I have an entire refutation like already recorded. Long story short, though, back to this point. He's saying that again, like the bags being present for all Naruto characters. Every Naruto character has like the same ability, like the same potential of a bag, or the same potential of bags. They have two separate sectors to put their chakra into, right? Out of that 100% pool. What he's claiming is that each Naruto character both have a bag that's reliant on the concept of it coming from their body, right? Their offensive and defensive are reliant on the amount of force, mass, energy with like and things like coming from the body, right? Coming from and to the body. So again, at that point, you can't just simply say like, but you can't just simply say like, oh yeah, like durability and AP have different have different bags made of different materials. You can't fucking say that, like, because again, those materials are made up of the same common denominator and like in the same they have the same materials made for both bags. Both bags rely on like the material of the human body. Like, what are we doing here? Attack potency is a concept applied to the entire body. Same with durability. You can't just simply say like, oh yeah, there's a different bag for defensive and a different bag for offensive made of different materials. The fuck? What are you talking about? What evidence do you even have justifying that possibility? I haven't even seen that. Like, give me an example of that happening possibly. I can't even understand that.
So now you're saying, just correct me if I'm wrong, that every single. Okay, so please tell me you're not making this claim. Every single character, you're saying this is true for every single character. Do you know the extreme burden you just put on yourself? He really didn't.
That's not a.
No, I'm just let you think about it. I'm just let you think about it.
No, can I explain it and then you tell me if you disagree?
Okay, go ahead.
If any Naruto character can amp their physical strength with 100% chakra, then if they amp their physical defense with 100% chakra, they will be able to take that punch to the chest.
The
100% chakra amped punch, dumbass. Yes. Let me slow it down. Yes, if a person amps their durability using 100% of their chakra, likewise, they should, at that stage, hypothetically, they should be able to take a 100% chakra amp punch from the same person. Yo, I have a question for the people who say Buhan is stronger than Kid Buu because Goku was afraid of Buhan, but not Kid Buu. If that's true, why didn't Goku pick? I have another argument for that, but it's in the same light, but it's kind of it's a little different. I'll give you some breadcrumbs. There's a statement in the Daizenshu that Goku is always on a continuous search for the strongest. That's all I'll give you. If you know exactly if you know how to fill in the blanks, that's all, connect the dots, then you know exactly what the argument is. Besides that, let's get back to the debate.
They would be able to take their own punch?
Yes. Yeah.
They would be able to take their own punch if they use...
Yeah, 50-50 out of it. Like, I'm just...
Yeah. If
we're just talking about the physical... Let's take Tsunade, right? If she's 100% amping her punch, then her 100% amped chakra defense is the same level AP to durability.
Wait, it's the same level? Where are we getting the same level AP and durability at?
Holy fuck, this nigga is slow. Yo. Just say the law. Just say the law at this point, bro, please.
Same level AP to durability.
Wait, it's the same level? Where are we getting the same level AP and durability at?
Because Amato just said that it shares 100% pool on the chakra.
Okay, no, this is why I just told you. Using the same amount to amp something doesn't mean it's the same level. Do you want an example of that? If I give Naruto, if I give adult Naruto and kid Naruto both a QB cloak, adult Naruto in result is going to be far stronger. You know why? Because at the starting value, he's far higher.
That presupposes the starting value being higher. That needs to be justified. What the fuck? What? And hold on. Even then, that... What's the last thing y'all heard? Tell me the last thing y'all heard. My bad. Somebody knows ball. Somebody knows ball. Someone knows ball. Okay. All right. Hold. So we're gonna get back to it. But yeah, presupposing the basically what he's doing here is now he's assuming the idea of both adult Naruto and kid Naruto having these established different baselines. That now needs to be presented for one's own internal use of energy, one's own internal use of physicality. That needs to be justified. What? These two are offense and defense, AP and durability are reliant on the amount of kinetic energy, right? That is exerted, right? That's exerted based on an attack, right? That energy is reliant on the force from that attack. I'm talking about AP. That force is made up of mass and acceleration. Okay. Now that we understand that, okay, that relies on the full body. The same is the case for durability. Durability relies on reaction, right? Reaction of the same level of physicality. That is the whole point we're arguing here. So now I'm trying to understand how he thinks giving adult Naruto and kid Naruto a QB cloak is the same argument as your offense and your defense being given chakra. Both things that rely on the mass, that rely on the physicality of the body. now all of a sudden being changed up to be different because of chakra, or what? I'm like Naruto and Naruto as an adult and as a kid have two completely different baselines because their bodies are completely different. They have completely different makeups. Like that's the reason. That feeds back into the argument that Jordan's making, right? Your argument only works off of the presupposition that that these two things have completely different makeups. Like, and that's just not the case. That's just not the case at all. Like, not at all. Both rely on your body in order to like both rely on the body in order to get off like AP and durability. Hence why the attacks that you give off feed back into durability. Action and reaction. What part are we not understanding?
Yeah.
So even though they both have,
I'm gonna let this go on for like maybe like 15 more minutes. I'm pushing it, and then after that, I'm done, bro. Because this is terrible, bro. Bro already conceded like dummy times in this.
Hold on. Even though they both have the value of one-tail Naruto, they're not the same.
Yeah, I'm saying that the adult Naruto has the same 100% offense as defense.
Okay, where?
If he amps his offense with 100% chakra,
okay,
it's also going to be.
Tell me the starting values. Tell me the starting values.
Naruto's body. Naruto's body. I don't fucking like what? Naruto's body. The amount of mass and that acceleration being combined into force. That is AP. That is that starting value. Whatever Naruto's mass is and the acceleration of that mass leading into that force is the starting value. When it comes down to durability is you at that mass receiving and responding the exact same mass, right? Hold on. I need you to understand this. Durability is you taking that mass, accelerating it, right? Receiving that force of equal and opposite reaction, right? And withstanding it. That's durability. It is the force you take into your body, the force that comes in contact with your mass, right? Are we not understanding this? The force that comes in contact with your mass is the starting value of durability. Anybody else have a problem with that? The force given off by your mass is the starting point for your AP. The force taken by that the force taken by that mass is durability. Those are the starting values. Both rely on the mass of the user coming in contact or creating that contact based on the same mass and acceleration being. Any questions, class? Any questions? All right. We're gonna let it run for a little longer, and after that, it's cookies.
Tell me adult Naruto starting AP and durability. Put it. You said what?
If let's just say arbitrarily, he has like a mountain.
I don't like speaking arbitrarily.
Funny enough, that's quite literally what he's been doing this entire fucking time.
Looking to hire? ZipRecruiter delivers candidates with the right skills and experience fast. So fast that 4 out of 5 employers who post on
Okay. Do you think I'm saying that Kid Naruto and Adult Naruto are the same stats?
No, that was an analogy, dude. No. The analogy, I'll just tell you right now, the part that you're supposed to focus on is the fact that they have the value of a chakra cloak, not the fact that one's a kid and one's an adult. The part of the analogy was to say this value. I'm using the chakra cloak as a substitute for the value, the same way you did the $100 bill for the $50 in the money bag.
Well, we're not talking
analogies.
About chakra cloak. We're talking about pure chakra amping. The cloak goes above that.
Did you? Okay, but I told you the chakra cloak was used to substitute for the dollar bills. So even if in reality it goes above it, you know what's the substitute because I told you. So what's the disagreement if I told you the values?
Because I don't think you're talking about the same thing that I am. Are we just saying that Naruto's in his chakra cloak?
All I'm saying is that Naruto had the value of both 50-50 on his durability and AP.
Okay.
So are you not talking about that?
If you pump it to 100, that'd be his strongest punch, yeah?
Where is it stated that base AP equals base Dura? Ooh! I'm done. I am done. I'm done, y'all. I'm at a loss for words. I have no clue what to say anymore. I'm lost. I'm at a loss for words. I can't even believe it. Wow.
If you put 100% in your fist, yes.
And if you pump it to 100 on defense, that's his strongest defense. Yeah.
Outside of an extra ability, yeah.
Outside of an additional cloak that's above this, I'm just talking about a physical stat.
Yeah, that's why I said outside of an ability, yeah.
That's concession number fucking 5. That's concession number 5, bro. That's concession number 5, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. He literally conceded for the 5th time. So if 100% attack potency equals 100% defense, right? Just talking about base stats, right? What happens when you go above 100% AP? What happens to the defense? What happens to your defense?
Yes.
Now, that punch is equal to that defense.
Okay, stop. Okay, I'm not even trying to. I'm not rude or anything when I say this, but stop just saying that. I keep asking you why, and you keep defaulting to it's equal.
Do you disagree?
That's where you get. Okay, I've been disagreeing for dead ass 15 minutes. Yes, where are you getting the starting values?
You disagree that adult Naruto's strength at 100% chakra amp is equal to his 100% durability.
Yes, where are you getting that from? Durability can just be higher.
Why? Wait. Why? Hold on. What the hell? Why? So you mean to tell me the energy exerted by mass, like by force? The energy exerted by a mass due to its acceleration equaling force. You mean to tell me that starting value is weaker than the mass receiving the equal and opposite reaction of force based on an equal mass and an opposite acceleration? He's telling me that there's a difference there. Why? I don't understand. I don't really get it.
They're using the same chakra.
Okay, that's why I keep telling you about base values. They don't have the same base values. Yes, they use the same. That's why I gave you an analogy. Analogy is supposed to help you understand when you don't. So listen. If you don't have the same base values, if you don't have the same base values, even though you're adding the same material, quantity, whatever you want to use to substitute in to the thing, the outcome isn't the same. I've told you that like 5 times.
It's the same. If it's the same character,
okay,
it's the same.
Being the same character, do you think Naruto's intellect is equal to a chakra pool? No, they're 2 different stats.
What the? Oh my God, yo. Oh my God. Do you think Naruto's intellect something completely independent of his physicality? Oh my, do you think Naruto's intellect something completely independent of his physicality, right? And Naruto's chakra, something reliant on his physicality, is the same thing. Do you think they have the same value? And then he tries comparing that to 2 things that literally rely on physicality, that rely on mass coming in contact with the force that is equal and proportionate to their own. Oh my God. Dog, this man is not real. I might end the video. I might end the stream just because of that. I might end the stream just because of that. I'm not gonna lie. I might end the stream just off that alone. Holy fuck. I can't I don't even think I could believe my eyes, bro. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my ears. This might be one of the worst debates I've ever heard in my life from both parties involved. This is terrible. This is terrible. Give me your reasoning for why they aren't equal, and we can go over that. I don't. All right, let me tune back in. Let me. Hit me with the now. Wow.
Someone needs your help.
Check this out. Multi-view.
Like what? That doesn't even make sense.
Do you disagree?
Wait, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. He's talking about something that doesn't make sense after that doo-doo butter analogy he just gave. Bro, the minute I find out that we've been streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes, I'm done. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Naruto's chakra pool will amp his offense and defense to the same level.
To the same? Well, I guess if it's a lower level, at the highest, no, it doesn't. I do disagree. At the highest level, yes.
Chakra amp on his physical strength versus 100% chakra amp on his.
Your neck is less durable than your elbow. Holy hell. It's almost like, hold on. It's almost like separate section of like, yeah, duh. Different limbs have different durability. It's almost like we're talking about the entire scope of your physicality, though, and not just separate select limbs. You doofus. Are you slow? When we're talking about AP and defense both revolve around a force being enacted or coming in contact with. You're either coming in contact with the force or you're enacting the force. Regardless, they are coming in contact with your mass or you're establishing and exuding a force that comes from your mass and your acceleration. If I punch a wall, that is the entire mass of my body, right? Cocking back and swinging with acceleration. That gives off a force that my entire body has to respond to. It's not just selected to the limb that I used or selected to any limb at all. You can't single out a limb when you're talking about durability for the entire body. And we're talking about force. We're talking about durability and the durability of the entire body. We're talking about what the entire body receives, not just what limb has. Are we serious? Yo, this man gotta have like the most low-tier fan base I've ever seen in my life, dog. They need to be educated. Bro, there's no way. But AP is equal to durability via if you're exerting an amount of energy, you would have to be able to withstand the energy. Of course. Of course. I'm trying to understand this, bro. I'm trying to understand this.
Durability.
If an exact clone of CE Sasuke punched CE Sasuke in the chest, would it get tanked? Yes. He would initially tank it. Yes. What the fuck? Newton's third law of action and reaction. Yes. What are we talking about? What? Yes. If an exact clone of CE Sasuke punched CE Sasuke in the chest, would it? If CE Sasuke was bracing himself with the same amount, yes. If they're both using the same amount of energy to enact the attack as he is to withstand it, then yes. What are we doing here? Holy shit.
And it's the same guy.
If it's the same guy at the highest level, yes, I disagree.
So why?
I disagree because base values matter, like I've continuously said. Let me give you one more analogy.
Base values matter, but you haven't proven the base values to be different, especially like in this context, to where, again, AP and durability are reliant on the mass and the force of the person it's being enacted on or is enacting it. So, like, what are we doing? Oh God, don't give another analogy.
Let me just give you, please. Let me
He's giving three
because I hope you understand.
He's giving three, and they're all garbage.
Let's say you have a guy, right? Right?
Yes.
Hello. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna give you two different stats. I'm gonna give you two different stats. Okay. Let's say his foot and his hand. Okay. His foot has kicking power. His hand has punching power. Cool. Okay. Now, typically, I don't know if you know this, but humans usually can kick harder than they can punch. You understand that?
Okay.
Okay, so that means at a base value, his kick is already over his punch. So now.
But it's not over his attack potency in general, dipshit. Oh my. Ah! But it's not over his attack potency. It's not over the total concept of his attack potency, which is the exact point that Jordan's trying to address. The overarching attack potency is going to be the same because you are still enacting your force with acceleration. The only thing, as a matter of fact, the only things that might be inclined to change is the acceleration speed because your leg might weigh more than your fist. That's about it. That might be the only thing that changes the attack potency, but the entire concept of the attack potency being reliant on the mass in question does not change. The same would be the case for the entire body's durability. The entire body's attack potency is not the same as the attack is not the same as the entire attack potency or the entire body. What the fuck did I just say? I mean, what the heck did I just say? The entire attack potency or the entire body in attack potency is the same as the entire body in attack potency for the entire body in durability. Oh my god, I am slow. Not only that, but he's connecting he's connecting that his AP analogy would also apply to durability. At this point, I've given up hope on any part of his arguments making any semblance of sense. Like, how long have we been here? I'll give it 3 more minutes.
Let's put a brass knuckle in. Let's say, just for this analogy, the brass knuckle, that's like you're a creative character. It boosts your power by 50. No matter what it's on, it's always boosted power by 50. So you put one on your foot, a foot brass knuckle, just imagine that, and you put one on your hand, a hand brass knuckle. So both have increased by 50, the same value. Remember that, 50. But like I told you at the beginning, the foot starting power is always higher than the punching starting power. Well, not always, just typically in humans. So most of the time, right? Most of the time it's higher already. So since it has a base stat value that is higher already before we put on the brass, the outcome is that it is still higher, even though both get 50.
Do you think that
you understand that?
Durability.
So now, hold up. I'm not finished.
That's part of what I'm talking about. Your analogy does not.
Okay, no.
No. Let him finish. Let Jordan finish. Let Jordan finish.
Instead of using foot power and punching power or hand power, we substitute that for AP and durability, right? Now, what are the starting values for Naruto? Hold on, let me ask you a question. Answer this first. What are the starting values for Naruto's AP and durability? Give them to me right now.
I don't know.
Okay, if you don't know, how are you saying they're the same?
Because I'm saying a character's values. I'm saying if you say your punching power and the strength of your fist, like in defense, it's going to be the same. AP equals durability.
You just hold on, wait. You just said you don't know the starting values. Now you just said they're going to be the same. Those are
He just skipped over his entire reasoning for that because AP equals. He doesn't know the exact measurement, but he does know like what the baseline would be in regards to the action because the action tells the baseline. I don't know the number, the numerics, but I do know the baseline because of the action. And how would I know this? Because of Newton's third law of action and reaction. AP equals durability. Every action gives off an equal and opposite reaction that the body has to withstand. When you're when you're throwing a punch that is not the same, or when you're throwing a punch, you're not just having the capacity of your fist in question. It is your entire body, the entire body being led into an attack, especially if you're doing a leaping punch. If you're leaping or if you're running into a punch, my guy, you are quite literally under the effects of all of your bodily mass being accelerated and then pushed forward into force. And that is guiding the punch. Now, when it comes down to your durability, right? Again, if someone of that same stature, someone of that same stature and speed proceeds to run up on you and hit you in the face, you're going to either tank it or be completely unaffected. It's the same shit, same thing. But you're going to tank it. Why? Because you are literally having the body give off an equal and opposite reaction to what you can give off. Why? Same mass, same acceleration, gang. What are we doing, bro? Then that would mean that oh my God, okay. Obviously, it would still fit if they use chakra. If they add chakra to their punches, adding chakra to you already innately increases your defense. That already happens. That's why chakra cloaks exist and they make you stronger. Having additional chakra, right, and having it being focused into a higher output already innately makes you stronger because it feeds into your durability. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say I punch a wall, right? I punch a wall, I'm at like 50% power, right? I punch a wall, and after I punch that wall, I'm completely unaffected, but the wall is broken. There's a giant hole in that wall, right? And I'm completely unaffected, right? My AP via being risen up rises up my durability via the same law. Now, if we're trying to tell, like, again, punching boulders, punching rocks and mountains and whatnot, that does not change that concept. That just upscales the character in what they scale to when they enhance themselves with chakra. It's the same way like putting chakra in your feet also would make you faster, right? But can also make the kick that you throw more powerful. It could also make the user more durable because of the law itself. All of this feeds back into the point. It's all mass and acceleration. And if that mass is being given if that mass is being added to, if that mass is being added to with a higher, like with the same acceleration or like a different acceleration because of chakra, then obviously that would give a higher AP, a higher force, right? Which will then feed into what's being stated. No. I'm not arguing against that at all. No, not at all. But yeah, it's third Naruto cosmology isn't even close to super dimensional has multiple different meanings. Honestly, it's a hype term if it doesn't really have any context to it, but that's a whole other concept. For right now, let's just keep it to this.
Victory. Done.
AP equals durability on physical amps with chakra.
GG.
That's my take.
Okay, AP equals durability on what? Repeat that.
On physical stats with chakra.
With chakra. Okay, prove that.
Okay. Naruto punches a wall with chakra. He then takes his fist back from that wall, and his fist is unaffected. My guy, go back to school. You can't even use real life logic. Who are we talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Clarify that. What the hell are you talking about? What do you think about the Goku Black Summit meta? Is it the idea that like he cuts a hole in time space, or like he cuts a hole in space time, and that rift in space time like extends to things that like even he himself doesn't understand and can't comprehend? Meanwhile, he traverses timelines casually. I'm having a hard time understanding how that's innately outer. If that's the meta, then I have to I don't know what the real meta is. I just know that that's what I've heard. I don't know what the other shit is. Back to the debate though. How long we got on this?
Amato said it.
No, Amato said you can use 100% your chakra to amp either. He didn't say when they're amped they're equal. He didn't say that.
So you don't.
He never said that.
Proves that AP equals durability in this chapter.
I don't know why, if I've been saying this whole time it doesn't, why you would just ask if I don't know. I don't think that. Amato didn't say that. He didn't even imply it. You've just been lying.
Okay, so you're going farther against the Naruto guys than I am.
Okay, I started by saying Naruto people are stupid, but I'm also saying just because they're stupid, you can't then make a fallacious argument and say you're right.
This argument is.
I'm saying that I believe this.
And hold on, wait. Let me just add this. Amato deadass said, "I'm pretty sure that Kawaki can't be killed even if he's off guarded, even though there are tons of people stronger than him."
Because he has a crazy regeneration factor.
Wait. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, ever. Why does that now mean that? Like, first of all, why does that mean? Like when Amato says this, why does that mean he's referring to like every person that like Kawaki would ever come in contact with can't kill him. Why does that mean that? And just not referring to the overall concept or the overall idea, right? That he can't be off guarded and snuck. That if you were to be killed, it wouldn't have been because someone came up from behind and snuck up on you. There are no sneak attacks. Like you wouldn't have died to a sneak attack. You would have died because your durability wasn't enough to overwhelm them. Like, why wouldn't he just be saying that? Like, he could just as easily be saying like, oh yeah, if you were to have died and someone were to have killed you, you wouldn't have died because of like getting off guarded. You would have died because your durability was not enough to keep up with their AP, or it wasn't enough to keep up with the attack that you were hit with. Basically, like attributing the idea, like saying like your loss is not attributed to like being off guard. Your loss will be attributed to being weak. What part of that is like being lost in translation here? I'm missing that.
Okay.
And you definitely still can get killed by some of these crazy stuff.
Like, what does regeneration factor have to do with that? Why did you just say that?
Good point.
Yeah, it's sure going nowhere. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Jordan, you have work to do. I'm not gonna lie. You definitely have work to do when it comes down to defending your position. You need to recognize like the difference between people forcing arguments on you, right? And your actual argument being addressed, because all Troy did and how he got you to concede was by changing your position and your proposition multiple times. You know how to formulate an argument, and it's great. You know how to formulate an argument. You just don't know how to substantiate it to a level that makes sense. You don't know how to keep it consistent and concise, and that's a problem. So what I would say is keep the argument. Just understand how to prove it every which way. The fact, I mean, maybe you did mention Newton's third law of action and reaction later on in this stuff, but like the point that you had to prove was like he placed a lot of burdens on you that you didn't have. You never made the claim that like that AP is always above durability. You never claimed that. You never claimed that they're glass cannons because of that. You never claimed that. Your argument was always that, again, it's a case-by-case thing because of there being examples of like attack potency going above that of durability. His issue with that was because of like AP and durability having two different baselines, or like two different baselines and two different base levels, right? I think that's a problem routinely because, again, both AP and durability rely on like the concept of either mass being enacted, like mass enacting a force, or force being enacted on a mass. And so again, using Newton's third law of action and reaction, whatever mass, like whatever force you can exert is a force that you can withstand, right? And if you can't, then your body just will not keep up, right? I think that fits openly with the idea of like mass being the case here. But again, SimplyTroy is garbage, and his sugar daddy isn't any better. I'm gonna be honest. He might be slightly better, but it's not really a giant accomplishment. With that said, though, it's been your boy. I'm about to go on TikTok and push my agenda. But yeah, let's get to it, bro. I'm gonna see y'all later.